How you doing? Tom from the Rusty Rivet. Today we have the Arccaptain MIG 205 DP, the dual pulse, double pulse, whatever you want to call it. Pulse, synchro pulse, pulse on pulse. I don't know what you want to call it. They call it double pulse. We're going to go through proper setup of doing a double pulse weld on a piece of aluminum. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're looking at the front of the machine. And the first thing we need to do is to hit this button. That brings you up here, okay? And you could go to no pulse, single pulse, or double pulse. Okay, we're going to go to double pulse. And what this machine really, the bragging rights to this machine is that it doesn't require any setting changes. All right, I was a little skeptical on this. What we're going to do is we're going to plug this in just like you would. Okay, pulse, 2T, no inductance, jobs, we have nothing saved. Then it goes down here. This is, if I click in there, steel, stainless steel, aluminum, magnesium, okay? That means 5356. Okay, here's the thing I want to bring up. This says 040 wire. In the US, it's very common to get 030, 035, or 3/64. All right, this calls for 040. So how much of a difference could it make? Well, I wondered the same thing, and I went through 30 MIG tips trying to dial in 035. It does not work. If you want a good weld, you have to hop on the internet and get some 040 wire. All right, and we're going to see how well that works once you have the right wire in this machine. Okay, it's very important you have 040 wire. Okay, the gas that we're using is argon, straight argon. And then it lets you choose a fillet weld, a butt weld, an edge weld, or a lap weld. Okay, we're going to go with lap weld. All right. The other thing I'm going to change, right here, it's on 8 gauge. I want to go to 10 gauge. Okay, I'm doing 1/8. And then if I go in here, there's all these extra advanced settings. Don't touch them, okay? See how the machine's working first. Let's give it a shot. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my piece of aluminum and I'm going to brush with a stainless steel brush. I'm going to brush in one direction. Okay? And you want to make sure you're getting on that edge. Okay? That's part of the piece of metal too. The inside. Okay? Drives me crazy when people don't get that little edge and they get the whole face of it. All right? The reason why we're not brushing back and forth, is that will push the debris and the contaminants into the metal. Okay? Only one direction. Okay, let me get my camera. Okay, I raised the frequency up to 5 hertz, so 5 times a second we're going to get a pulse. We're going to see what happens. Okay, I think that might have been a little too fast for the machine. Now we're going to do 1.2 hertz. Okay, that was a much fatter bead. And then we'll go back to, we'll try one on 1.8 hertz. I changed my pulse duty down to 30%, so it's going to be a pretty lopsided full current to background current. Oh. All right, let's look at real quick. All right, we had factory settings here. Okay, the first one is factory settings. Then I turned it to 5 hertz. That was a bit much for the machine to handle, pulsing so much. Then I turned it down to 1.2. Then I turned it up to 1.8. And then I messed with the pulse duty, okay, and made it lopsided. I think the best settings were the factory settings. All right, so let's talk about this quick. I believe this welder is just around $500. To have that technology at this price range, it's crazy. When I started, you'd be paying $1,800 for a welder and it had 2 knobs, okay? Well, this has 2 knobs, but it does a lot more than that welder did. Just having the inductance setting does a lot for you. Well, when you get into pulse and double pulse, that really does a lot for you. That means you can weld aluminum, because when you weld aluminum in a MIG gun, you have to go into spray transfer. Spray transfer gives off a lot of heat, which will warp or deform your aluminum or downright disintegrate it. With double pulse, it really lets you, number one, manage the heat, and number two, maneuver the puddles so you can do vertical, overhead, whichever way you want to do it, okay? Which with spray transfer, you cannot do that. So it's definitely a good feature to have. I'm really blown away by this machine for the price and how well it works without adjusting any settings. Okay, remember the steel that I did with factory settings, and then I went into aluminum with factory settings. I'm really impressed. The only thing I'm gonna tell you is if you buy one of these machines and you try to use the wrong wire with that aluminum, you're not gonna succeed. You need to buy the 040 wire. Worked for me the second I put it in the machine. I was trying all these name brand, higher end wires, 030, 035, 3/64, would not work. You'd think 035 and 040 are close enough where you could tune it in a little bit with the trim. Will not work. You need to use 040. If you have any questions or comments, put them in there. Like, share, and subscribe. Keep me going. I got lots of content coming your way. And I hope to grow this channel. So we'll see you again on the Rusty Rivet. Have a good night. See ya.